everyone, my name is Riya Gayasen, and today I'm going to be taking you through the all new experience on the Intuit Developer portal. So, the first thing that you would notice is how our menu options have changed. Now, everything that you're going to need is going to be part of the My Hub menu. So, here you can see the app dashboard, the workspaces, which is a new concept that we have introduced, the sandboxes, creating support tickets, playground, account profile, and also an option to switch to the classic view if you prefer that one. So now for a second, let's switch over to the old experience. So let's switch over. Now in the old experience, if you wanted to look at the list of your apps, you went here on the app dashboard and then you saw the list of your apps. In the new one, we have completely redesigned this. So switching over to the modern view. Here, if I want to see the list of my apps, I go here. You would see now that I'm looking at the app. I'm looking at the list of the apps that are in this workspace. We have introduced a new concept of workspaces, which you can think of as folders to organize your apps. Here, in each app card, you would get all the relevant details that you're gonna need about that app. So you can see the type of the app, when it was created. You also have a really quick way to copy the app ID. And then, of course, you see the status of the app as well. You also have options to directly get the production key and delete the app as well. Now let's take a look at how we have redesigned the app details section. So let's go inside an app. Now here you can see all the actions that you're gonna need. It's right up front and right in the first page itself. Typically a developer wants to get the production keys. So the tile which you can click on to get the production keys is right here. If you want, you can also click here to get started on the documentation or learn more about some SDKs and sample apps. Or if you want to talk to other developers who are also building for Intuit, you can go to the forums as well. To navigate to other details about the app. So you can take a look at webhooks, permissions, analytics, and we have introduced an all new way of navigating. So let's say you want to see another app. So you can do that from right here, from the breadcrumb itself. So here I just switched to the other app that I had in the same workspace. Now, from here itself, I can also switch to another workspace that is a different folder altogether. So here we see that I have 3 folders. Each of them have apps inside them. So let's click here. So here I see apps in this folder. Using the same breadcrumbs, I can switch to another workspace as well. And in this manner, now navigating to a different place in the developer portal is much more easy. Now let's talk briefly about workspaces, which is a new concept that we have introduced in the new experience on the developer portal. So let's dive deeper. So you click on My Hub and then here you click on Workspaces. Here, when I click on it, I can see the list of workspaces I have. Now, think of workspaces as nothing but folders which you can use to organize your apps, and you can also give access to these folders to specific team members. So here I'm looking at the list of workspaces that I already have. So one is this one. Here I can see the number of team members who have access to this one. And I also see that I'm the owner of this workspace. I can also see that I have 2 apps in this workspace. And if I want, I can also dive deeper into getting more information about this workspace. If I want, I can create another workspace if I want by clicking here. I click on Get Started. I enter the basic app information, workspace information, like the name of the workspace. Let's enter a new one. And then I have to enter all the details about my company. And there it is. I'm good to go. And I would have created a new workspace. I can also see the workspaces that I'm not the owner of, but have been added as a team member. So there you go. That's the workspaces concept that we have introduced. Now, let's talk briefly about how to get production keys for your apps. Now, let's take a look at how the experience used to look like in the old experience. So, in the old classic developer portal, you went inside your app, and then you clicked on keys and credentials, and then of course you got the development keys right away. And then when you clicked on the keys and credentials in the production settings section, then you filled out the questionnaire. Now in the new experience, we have improved this experience. We have made it more minimalistic, but we have also kept the main experience the same. So I go to my app dashboard. Let's say I go inside this app. Here, as we've already seen, either we click on this tile to get production keys, or we click on keys and credential. Now the main difference that you would see here is that there is only one option for keys and credentials as compared to two in the old experience. So let's click on it. Here you would see that there are two options, development and production. So you click on development, and then you click on show credentials. So here you can get your client ID and client secret. Similarly, when I click on production, I can now fill up the same questionnaire, and then once I've filled out the questionnaire, and once I have filled out the compliance questionnaire as well, and once I have it approved, I can get access to my production keys as well. Now, let's talk briefly about how to set up your app redirect URL. So for that, let's take a look at how it used to look like in the old experience first. So in the old experience, you went inside your app, and then you clicked on your keys and credentials, and here you set up your app redirect URLs or URI. In the new experience, this flow is slightly different. So we go to our app dashboard. Let's go inside an app. Here, we go to settings, and in the settings we come here, we click on the tab for redirect URI, and then we can set up the app redirect URI for both development and production. Now, similar to app redirect URI, other app related settings like the app URLs, the host domain, the launch URL, the disconnect URL, the app terms of service, the app categories, geolocation, accepted connections, etc. They all have been moved to settings. Now, regarding the app categories, you can also set them up when you are filling up the questionnaire for production key access as well. So select at least one category for your app. So whatever category you pick here would also get reflected on the settings as well. Now let's talk briefly about webhooks. So briefly switching over to the classic experience for a few seconds, let's take a look at one of my apps. And if I want to add webhooks, then I would either click on the webhooks for development, or I would click on the webhooks for production, and then I would add my webhooks here. Now switching over to the new experience, we have also simplified this one as well. So coming back to my app dashboard, let's go inside one of the apps. Now when I click on webhooks here, now we have introduced development and production, and we have now kept both of these at the same place. So development is selected by default. So here I can add my development webhook, and then I can also see all the ones that I'm subscribed to from here. If I click on production, I can also do that. I can also add my webhooks for production as well. And that concludes this video on the Intuit Developer portal. The options that we did not cover today are the same as their counterparts on the old experience. Please feel free to share feedback by clicking on the thumbs up or the thumbs down icon, or by directly contacting us. Thank you so much everyone for watching this video. My name is Riya Gayasen, and have a great rest of your day.